Hi guys, it's been a while since last time I posted my last video. I've been busying about I just graduated from school and then I'm looking for a job and then I have a lot of things, I have personal issue that I have to take care about, and finally I have time to make a new video, or I decided to make a new video. So thank you for guys for keep supporting me, giving me comments, and um, like seeing, like I'm making good video and helping you guys. I'm very glad that my video could help anyone who maybe just get into like espresso or try to mod their EC155 or Garcia Classic. So I remember one time like a person left me a comment asking me about my coffee machine, like between my current one and the classic. So I think of why not just make a video talk about the coffee machine I use every day. And this is the coffee machine. It's a Pavoni Europiccola, and this is a pre-millennium model, um, which has a 49 millimeter like portafilter. I make a bottomless. I convert it to a bottomless portafilter. So I will have a little bit discussion about this machine, and I will make a coffee out of it. So if you happen to read that comment, I remember I said this is not a machine for a beginner or someone that just get into this like home barista habit. Not necessary, like it's not for that, because you're not sure whether you like the idea of making your own coffee at home, because um, most of the time when people saw my friends saw me making coffee uh, with this machine, the first comment they said is like, you have a lot of time, because you basically spend like maybe a good 5 to 10 minutes to make your first coffee, and if you make another one for them, they will see you like standing here for 15 minutes. So they would say like, oh, I would rather sleep more and stuff like that. So, and also this machine is lack of a lot of automatic features, like this is a lever, excuse me, this is a lever machine, which means you have a lever act as your pump in your espresso machine. The good thing is you can control the pressure profile of your shots, and this is the I think the most people like about is that like the variety that you can do to your shots, and you can adjust your your pressure based on your beans and stuff, and you don't have much control on your temperature, water temperature as well. I add a pressure gauge to monitor the pressure. Mostly it's for the first time you figure it out. If something goes wrong with your machine, you will know from the pressure. And then um, the another, I personally think it's a good thing, is you're not, most likely you're not going to make the exact same shot every time. So and on the other way, you have a little bit variation on your shots, between your shots. But for me, I make cappuccino or latte, so it's dilute with the milk, with the espresso, so it's not that noticeable. But I've heard people using this, making very like god taste espresso out of this Pavoni. And also one of the big advantage is, as you see, you have a water tank. Your reservoir is right here, and then you directly connect to your steaming wand. So you have all that tank of water to produce a very powerful steaming power for one small drink, of course. So um, I try not to talk too much about. I don't want to make this video like super long. I will try to edit it, like skip a little bit in between. So let's demonstrate my video in morning. I actually haven't made any coffee this morning. I just woke up, so bear with me if I end up making this video too long. So and I also tried not to talk too much while I'm making my coffee because I tend to make things wrong when I'm talking. So I weigh my coffee scale, and the beans I'm using is quite old. I think it's about 2 weeks old, so I may not making like as much creamer I expect. It's not gonna be a lot of creamer as like the first day or second day. And I roast my own bean, by the way. Yeah, so seems like I can make a video about like roasting coffee in the future. Okay, this is 15 grams of bean. As I said earlier, this is a 49 millimeter portafilter, so it doesn't take a lot of bean. I mean grind. So I'm using a hand grinder. You know, I like manual doing everything. Maybe that's one of the aspects that caught me into the Pavoni world or this lever machine. Just like you use your hand power for pumping your coffee. It's quite interesting, and it's a quite good looking machine. Like, you know, sit on your countertop. You don't think it's a very nice because you don't think, if you don't think this is a very nice appliances to sit on your countertop from this video, it is because I have a messy kitchen. Because there is one time I bring this coffee machine to my friend's house, and it sit on his I don't know what's that called, the middle island, or the, you know, the kitchen countertop, and it's like gorgeous. It looks so good on the, you know, on the normal kitchen, not a messy one. So I grind up my beans, and then use a funnel. I try to, you know, talk about the process, how I make my coffee with in this video, so you guys don't get bored. I hope so. It's not necessarily the correct way, but it's just the way I do it, like every day. But if you guys like know something better, please tell me so I can, you know, improve my skills. Because I'm not a, you know, I'm not a like a master of like making coffee. I make mistakes too. So try to distribute it a little bit. For tamping, I think I've said it earlier, like before, I tend to focus more on evenness than the pressure. Like, you know, the 30-pound, 20-pound of pressure pushed down. It doesn't really matter as long as you pack the grinds like very tight. And then my favorite 6 ounces mud for espresso, and the milk, which means I'm making a cappuccino. And see how, if I'm grinding my beans, normally it will be about the same time by the time I finish grinding the coffee, tamping, and I wet my towel, but I pre-wet it because I don't want to turn my head like too many times. And this model have a 2-stage switch, so you can switch between a steam mold and a normal, you know, espresso brewing mold, which means like it's just like you have a more stronger power to heat up the water for your steaming, or just regular like one coil or small coil inside. It's similar to your semi-automatic. So I can see the pressure is building up, and I can hear the noise making from the pressure relief valve. It controls the pressure within 1 psi, well, not 1 bar. So I purge. It's very similar to a regular, like a Gadget Classic or EC155. I purge and warm my cup. I personally don't mind a little bit drip of water left behind in my mud, since I'm making a cappuccino. And I raise the lever, excuse me, all the way up, and it will opens up the spout to let the water in. Sorry about the. See, I can't do coffee and talk at the same time. You see what I mean? And then pre-infusion, and now I slowly raise down. I try to bend my body forward and let you guys see the process. Hopefully you guys can see it. This is a very awkward position that I'm having. And I can tell the bean is getting old, or it's almost not tasty or not drinkable. So it's a very good time that I'm glad this is my last shot from my coffee collections. So I finished my pool. I usually don't time it. So I look at the steam, how much coffee is coming out versus how hard I push, and then you kind of get an idea and from experience. So before I steam, I want to talk about, because the machine is gonna get loud. So you fill up your milk, never over the spout. But sometimes I do, because if I want to make latte, I want to, this is the only cup, only pitcher that I have. So, and I don't want to use the big one. The next one is like too big. So I will tend to fill up a little bit, cheat a little bit. But that is okay only when you know exactly how to steam your milk and you know the technique, you can master it, because it will overflow very easy if you don't know what you're doing. So I usually put my steam one in the like a 7 o'clock position. Like I would try to record it with this. I hope you guys can see it. So turn it up a little bit. Oh, sorry, you can't see it. And also I forgot to purge before I turn on my steam one the first time. See, that's what happened when you try to talk and make coffee at the same time. Okay. But I never forget about purging after steaming milk, because I don't like oat milk staying inside the wand. and make my stomach hurt the next day. So see if we can pull something nice this time. Seems like a very big heart. It's not the best. But this is what I expected, because the camera is in front of me and it's kind of getting in my way. But I hope you guys like it. See, it's totally capable for making latte art, and also the taste is phenomenal. I actually, I'm not a espresso drinker, so I usually don't taste the difference between like different beans. But with this machine, if I have everything set up correctly, I can actually taste the difference. I mean, not like the super detail. It's kind of like you're drinking wet wine. It's not gonna you're not gonna notice the difference the first day, but with this machine, I can tell it's making very good espresso, because I can taste the difference. And sometimes I try to drink like straight espresso, and I can say, oh, it's not bitter, because the first time I drink espresso from Gadget Classic or EC155, it would tend to be watery and bitter. But this one, it's actually giving me some flavor that from you can taste from expensive machine. So that's the highlight for this machine. But as I said, if you're just new to home barista, you may not like the idea of putting that much effort on making one drink. As you can see, I can already know the video is too long for you guys. I'm so sorry about making this too long. I hope you guys still watching it, and if you have any question, please leave me a comment, even if it's a good or bad or anything else you guys want to know. I'm thinking maybe next time I'm gonna be talking a little bit about home roasting, like a popcorn popping machine, or a stovetop like home roasting. Again, thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you guys enjoy it. I hope you guys making tasty coffee, and I hope you guys enjoy your coffee. I will see you guys next time.